Hi friends, greetings of the day. So today we are going to see the CR forms, like change request forms. Okay, how to why we go for a change request forms we already discussed in the our previous presentations. Okay, so today we are going to see how to what is there in the CR form and then how to fill that. Okay, and so there are templates are available. Okay, and so you can see here that steps. So if you go to this place like change request step by step. Okay, there you can see all the so all the informations are given, right, like right from header, spec number, everything we have to fill in the form. Okay, and all the instruction, step by step instruction is given here. Okay, so in this website it is there. Okay, and where you can go to specifications and then uh, run sorry, here. So you can see here that change request is there. Okay, specification change request, and then change request, you can see here that how to, then you can see what all, how change request can be proposed, how can I say search. So all the questions are answered here. Okay, how change requests are proposed, developed, approved, and step by step instruction how to write a CR, and what is the find status, what is the information about CRs. So everything, all the informations, all the questions are answered here. Okay, in this. Okay, and you can see here that how status value. So you can see here that TSGS, SG means not seen, no decision reached. Okay, so agreed means no, yes, like that. So everywhere, so these are all the status of the CRs. Okay, and so step by step, here you can see that how it is developed, like how anyone can propose CR. Anyone means those who are registered partner of 3GPP, they can only propose CR. So I think we have discussed already that what is CR. So everything is proposed there, and you can see here that, see, CR procedure is mentioned in the 21.900. Okay, in the spec. Okay, in the spec it is there, how so all the details about CR is there. Okay, apart from that, now filling instruction, how to, for example, drafting tools, specification drafting tools are there, uh, uh, are there in the 21801. Okay, so for example, if you want to propose, this is the CR, this is all about CR. Okay, and if you want to propose any stress case or any 3GPP specification point of view, then it will be, uh, then you have to follow that 21801. Okay, but 21900 is for how change request procedures are given in the 21900. Okay, so in that you can find all the information about this, more information about CR. Okay, apart from that, you have a step, everything is there in the spec itself. Okay, sorry, in the website at 3GPP website itself. So all the questions are answered here, and so for furthermore informations are here given here. Okay, like what is working group, so what is the, how it is proposed by the member organization, so how, what is exactly the CR. So everything is given here. Okay, so what is that? So it is normally submitted for discussion to the working group responsible for the specification. Okay, via table numbering, so table on the numbering page to determine the relevant event. So everything is there, and so this is the thing. Okay, so initially it will be approved on behalf of working group and agreed on proposal to parent TSG plenary, as I mentioned in the previous one. So TSG, technical specification group plenary, will approve give final approval. Okay, so before that, each working group, respective working group, will give approval once they get satisfied, and then they will recommend it for TSG plenary and for final approval. Okay, so after approval TSG level, then 3GPP support team, MCC, will incorporate these changes. 3GPP support team means it's a non-technical team. They will incorporate these CRs into the new version of the specifications. New version of the specification means what? See, for example, here this meeting is happened, SCA 85, okay, meeting has happened, there's a 16.2.0 is there. So in that some CRs are incorporated, okay, and 16.3, CR means what? So for example, you are proposing a change in the table number, a change in the some numbers or some content, okay, so that they are incorporating in the spec itself. So whatever is there in the original spec, as I'm okay, so in that they incorporate these changes, okay, whatever you propose they will incorporate those changes in the original spec. That time, if for each meeting they will change the version of number. So sometimes it may be same, okay, for 1 year also or so, and otherwise, it will be 16.3 means, so it incorporates several CRs, okay, and it may be based on meeting also. So each meeting will incorporate, they will incorporate some CRs into the spec, change request to the spec, okay. And you can see here that how we can search for the CR database, step-by-step information about how to write. So all the questions are answered here, okay, and all the, so each and every questions are answered here, okay. So you can just go through this, and then you can find out. So here you can see here that GP indicates that the G and maintain. So some of the keywords, what does that mean? So all are given here, okay, and and you can see that, and what else is there? Okay, change request step by step, okay. So this you can find out, change request step by step. So here you can see that, 1 second, change request step by step. Here you can find out, so each and everything you can see here that. So now let's go to this form. This is the CR form, okay, this is the CR form that you can find out in the database. You can see here that 3gpp.org/ftp/information, if you put, then you will find so many templates, okay, templates and specification templates, everything will be there, okay. So plenty of information will be there here, and working procedure, TSR, TR templates, and MCC means that this is all, this is the support team for the 3GPP, and they will have some templates, okay. So meeting info, highlights, lowlights, everything we can see in this issue. So you can see here that what all highlights happened in the 2020, okay. And here is where we can find out all templates. Here is where we can find out the CR form, okay. So all the templates are available here. Here you can see that CR form, okay. Here you can see that CR form. So if you download it, and then it will be, the form will be something like this, okay. Form will be something like this, okay. So now here you can see that, so 21900, so it will be completely dedicated for this CR, okay. So how the CR should be written, okay, apart from this information, like it's already there in the 3GPP website itself, that some outline is there, like what is that, what is each component of the CR form. So what they have described each component of the CR form here itself. So okay, but apart from that, if you want to learn more, then you can refer to this 21900, okay. Here you can see that, so you can see that, so all abbreviations and everything is given here, okay. And some study item means what, so study item means what, and TSG means what, TSG control means what, so working group means what. So all are described here, okay. And you can see that a numbering scheme, what should be the numbering scheme, because you cannot just put a numbering, okay. So because when you specify the spec where you want to propose CR, then you have to propose in a specific manner. So nomenclature versus nomenclature, so everything is in detail described here, okay. Apart I think from the 3GPP website itself, you should know, you should get most of the information. But if you want to learn more about it, then you can go through this spec, okay. This is all the spec, the whole spec. Then you will come to know what is that, you will come to know completely about the CR, okay, completely, okay. And now let's go to the CR form, okay. And you can see here that, okay, here you can see that 3GPP TSG. TSG means Technical Specification Group. So who is that group, okay. which meeting is this. So it is speaking, it is which meeting is this. So meeting number will be there in the, you can see here that, so 3gpp.org. Okay, if you go there, then for example, you are proposing CR to RAN 5. Okay, RAN 5, which is conformance, mobile conformance testing. Okay, here you can see that RAN meetings. Okay, so RAN meetings means if you want to see the full list, you can see, or a future meeting also you can see. Okay, so near future, it will be like, this is the one. Okay, or yeah, 7/4 or 7. Okay, this is the meeting. Okay, so here you can see that complete information will be there. So what is that RAN 91? This is nothing but your, for example, this is one, nothing one is RAN 91E. Okay, for example, if you are proposing your CR to this meeting, RAN 91E, 91E is the meeting number. Okay, that you have to put over here. Okay, then meeting sequence, title, what is the meeting's title, so location where it is going to be held, and the country, which country it's going to be. If it is online, then it is online, you have to mention in here as online. Start date and end date. Start date means what? Start date means this one. Okay, start date means this one, end date means this one. Okay, and so meeting reference is this one. Okay, 3GPP RAN 591E, and okay, so meeting sequence, so everything is there. Okay, and TDoc number is this is number will be generated, that will be generated once you upload the CR, that number will be generated, that number you have to fill here. Okay, if you register your CR in the 3GPP website, then it will generate this number, then you have to put that number, then you upload this document. Okay, initially you will briefly mention about the CR, and then created CR in the 3GPP website. That time you will get a reference number that you have to paste it here. Okay, here which spec you are going to propose, is it can be a 38521-1, 38521-2, anything is fine. So okay, this is the spec number we have to mention. For example, if you are mentioning for 21900, you have to mention yes 21 TS 2191 21900. Okay, so you should properly mention that. Okay, and okay, 21900. Okay, this is what technical report. So type is technical report. Then you have to mention TR 21900. Okay, if it is a TS technical specification, then you have to mention here as TS and 900. And here it is a technical report. As it is a technical report, then you have to mention TS 2100 and 21900. Okay, then you can see that, so which for example, you can see here that CR number. Okay, so the last CR number, whatever is there, they are you have to mention. Okay, so last CR number, if you go to this version, sorry, this meeting, then you can find out last CR, whichever is accepted there, you can find it. Okay, then that you have to not here actually, think here. So last change request number is here, it's mentioned here. Okay, that you have to that you can mention over here. Okay, CR number, last CR number, whatever is accepted there, because which means, see, what you are doing is this particular okay, this particular is this, we can close it, this particular spec number, the last CR number is this, and revision is nothing but your last CR number. So the spec with the last CR number, latest CR number. Okay, CR number that is incorporated in the spec. Okay, that you have to put over here, and revision number is nothing but this one. Okay, this is version number 16.3.0. Okay, and you have to put over here, and current version is this one. Okay, so revision CR revision. Okay, if it is a CR revision, then you have to put CR with the revision number. Okay, because some CRs will undergo several revisions. So if I say, let me start again. Okay, spec number you have to mention, for example, 21900 TR 21900. So what is the CR number last accepted? Okay, that you have to put over here. So if you have a revision number, then you have to put here, otherwise leave it blank. Okay, hyphen or something. then that nomenclature is given in this spec. Okay, and the version number is nothing but your this one. Okay, this is the version number 16.3.0. Then what you have to do is it mobile equipment that your proposed change affect the mobile equipment or radio access network or core network, sorry, mobile, so whichever is there, they have to tick appropriately. Then title you have to give appropriately, that for example, change in table number in so and so spec, or so and so section, change in table number, or change in the, so there is a even 21900 will say about how to phrase the sentence, that also there. Okay, and source from 2G, so who is reporting this, who is reporting to working group, who is reporting, so that information we have to hear mentioning, that is related to industry, like who are a member of the 3GPP, they will mention their I am company name. Okay, for example, Qualcomm means Qualcomm, Keysight means Keysight, or someone. Okay, and work item code, this code actually we if it is a work item, then we'll have some work item codes will be there, that you have to mention here. Okay, and which date you are proposing this, okay, that we have to mention here. Okay, you are preparing this, that you have to mention here. And category, which category you are mentioning. For example, F is nothing but a simple corrections. Okay, table number 12 means you want to change it to 13 means you can put it here. You just put here as F. If it is a mirror change on earlier release, okay, earlier release is there, but the change was there, but proposed, but some changes are not incorporated. So then again you can mention A as the mirror changes. Okay, addition of a feature, for example, you are adding some feature to the measurement or any mobile thing, that you have to mention here as B. And C means functional modification of feature. Okay, then the editorial third or the fourth or the fifth one is editorial modification. Editorial modification means, for example, some phrases are not written properly, that you have to rephrase it, or some steps are wrongly mentioned, or some rephrases are happening editorially, in order to make that viable to everyone. So that is editorial modification. Okay, here also you can see that spec number is given for more details. Okay, so reason for change, why we go for this change. Okay, because this table number is misleading, so hence we are able to like that, so hence we are going for a change. Then summary of change, you have to only mention what all changes you are making. Okay, the consequences if not approved means, so for example, test case specification and test spec will be remain misleading, or will not fulfilled. So what all classes are affected, that you have to mention here. Okay, classes means for example 21900. Okay, 21900, if we have for example 2181. Okay, um, so here you can see that this is the class number. Okay, 4.3 is the class number. For example, some problem is there in this class, and 4.3 is the class number that is affected. Okay, next is for example, if it is whether it is affecting other spec or not, that we have to see. For example, some spec will refer to other spec often. Okay, for example, they will say that, for example, you can see here that 319521-1. Okay, so it's going to be slow. Okay, and okay, so you can see here that somewhere I can show you. Okay, you can see here that, for example, mm, uh, yeah, here you can see here that it is referring to 38.508-1. Okay, it is referring to that. Okay, UV antenna connector, for example, antenna connector is shown as, so this setup diagram is given there. Okay, but in that diagram you are going to change something. Okay, for example, 38.508-1, that particular diagram you are going to change, for example, this figure you are going to change some modification. Okay, propose some CR. Okay, then what happens, that if you are changing there, it will affect here also. So that is the, this spec, for example, this particular spec is referring to this particular thing. Okay, this particular thing, hence the affected spec is this one. So 38.508-1 you are making changes, but the affected spec is in this particular figure you are making changes. The affected spec is 38.521-1. So that, yeah, that also you need to mention over here. Okay, if it is spec, yes, then you have to mention spec number 38.521-1. Then what is the CR number, latest CR number in that spec, that we have to mention here. And for example, test specification, so sorry, course specification means course specification you have to mention. Test specification means test specification you have to mention. If it is a O&M specification, O&M specification, because we have to pay attention to the details in detail, because in order to fill this. Okay, other comments if you have, you can mention over here. CR revision history, you will, for example, this CR is not accepted as it is, then it will, if it is undergoing some changes, okay, some revisions, then you have to mention here revision, which revision it is getting accepted, that we have to mention here. For example, first revision, second revision, or third revision. So then third revision it is accepted, you have to mention it as third revision. Okay, revision 3 or 4. Okay, then here you have to mention, how you mention is, you can see here the review track changes. Then you have to put, for example, start changes. Okay, and then start of the changes, or changes, start of the changes, and end of the changes. Okay, then in between you can copy paste that classes. Okay, for example, this particular classes or anything. For example, here you can just copy paste here. Okay, this you can copy paste, and you can see here that all should be, here you should not, 1 second. Okay, here then you are changing, for example, some terminology, instead of terminology, terminal, for example, testimonial. Okay, for example. Okay, then you have to only change whatever is there. Okay, this is the change. Okay, this is how you have to mention the changes. Abbreviation, you have to add something here, you have to add something. Okay, that's all. So start of the change, end of the change, in between you have to, you have to paste it here, and whatever changes you are making, it should be commented, like track change, by employing track changes. For example, here changing. So this is how you have to mention the CR. That's it. Okay, so this is how you have to complete the CR. So if you have any doubts, please do contact me, and then I can help you out. Because it is out of my interest I'm doing. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Bye.